let's talk about the device overview, because this is super interesting that this is a huge difference between Google and Bing and how people access these search engines.
Yeah, so we've seen this across clients who have gone from Google to Bing. Bing, because it's not installed on most smartphones, it's great for desktop traffic. So this also probably gets at the audience who we're talking about, people who perhaps own a PC versus an Apple computer. Perhaps they have Bing installed as their search network, and they're using their computer primarily during the day when they're working. So if you're looking for more desktop traffic, Bing is definitely a great place to find that.
Definitely. And desktop traffic, that's a hard thing to find these days. When I was at Google, this was probably 2018. They called it the Mo moment. It was like the mobile moment, where over 50% of the searches conducted on Google at that time was from a mobile device. So everything shifted. This was probably now 7, 8 years ago, from people who went online to do searches from desktop to mobile, and that shifted. Now, I mean, anyone who's listening to this and who's has some level of experience in advertising, we all know desktop traffic just converts better. It's easier to understand, it's easier to read, it's easier to optimize. They're not, and they're also probably in a mindset less distracted. Whereas if they're on the mobile device, they might be commuting to work, or they're just maybe in a meeting, just trying to distract themselves on their phone. But if a user is on a desktop device, they are really honed in on finishing out a task. And we see it across pretty much all clients that desktop traffic just converts at a way higher rate. But it's hard to reach that desktop traffic just because so many searches are now conducted on mobile phones. Now with Microsoft, you have that opportunity where it does lean very heavily towards desktop. There's a bunch of reasons for this. So one, can be installed on a bunch of different smartphones. Everyone has probably the Google apps. Bing is not installed on most smartphones, so it's more of a desktop specific engine. Also, a lot of work computers, historically and even currently, are non-Mac devices. Non-Mac devices are generally have Bing as a preloaded search engine, so you get all that desktop traffic that's insanely valuable, converts really strongly. So very interesting. So when you look at even your Google data, break down performance in terms of conversion rates by device and see where you're getting those conversions. I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of them skew higher towards desktop. But with Microsoft and their network of engines, you can definitely get into some of that. And I'll
And I
just
think the
pause
other
out.
really
Oh,
interesting,
go ahead.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, you
No, I
go.
was going to say the other interesting point about Bing is that it does allow you to target specific audiences based on device types and operating systems. So you can even set certain bids for desktop, or if you really want to go after some operating system, Android, Apple, on Bing, you can also set those bids. So it does have that flexibility, which is something you don't see on Google.
Yep, absolutely. Really good point. Yeah, you're inherently going to skew a little bit more towards desktop, but you have a lot of functionality of targeting specific devices, operating systems, and things like that.